shooting now.
So, give me a sign when I should see.
Okay.
Greg, why the title Strut? Tell us.
Let me see. I think the idea of strut came from living in New York for about 25 years, dealing with people, especially men who would walk down the street, having this sort of confidence in their walk. The title has double meaning to it. First meaning would be to keep a support. That's why they go up and down as struts. The second would be more like projection. And I often say Mick Jagger, although I give him a lot of credit for his strutting. There was a time when in the disco era, there was a movie, Saturday Night Fever, where this guy would walk down the street and say, "Look at me, look at me." So the title is about look at me and also about support.
Okay. So, what's the show here in Vienna about? I see it took place also in New York in February, I suppose.
Yeah, that's a good question. The show is about travel, and I'm sort of 45 years old at this stage in my game, and I feel there's a journey in life, you know, meeting people, going places, and I wanted the show to have a sense of beginning and travel. Maybe there's an end to it, I'm not sure yet. But
yeah. And the material for this show is rubber.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you get your ideas from for this show and for former shows? And
you know, it's a strange thing because I'm a city boy, and living in New York has always been a matter of using what I find on the streets, a kind of serendipity. I may walk down one street one night and find something completely important. But in this case, rubber came from several kinds of ways. There was a friend of mine, his name was Andre Morton, and he was a bike messenger. He had a place down on Canal Street, and I went to visit him one day, and he had all this rubber. And I asked him if I could have it, and he said, yeah. I didn't know why I asked for it. Whenever something is free, I take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you seem to have a very wide interest in art. Are you a painter, or what are you?
I ask that question a lot every day. You know, I feel that I was in Brigitte's home today, and I was looking at a friend of hers who's a painter. His name is Ulrich, and I looked at his catalog. And in the catalog in the back, it's written in English. It discusses his intermediate between drawing and painting. And these are similar questions I have. You know, what am I? A sculptor, an artist, a painter? It's like, you know, I have a feminine side and a masculine side, you know, but there's a question that's always considered what?
Well, would you mind to tell us your age? Because, or you leave her and then you stay your lifelong, 40 years or 35 years. So, how old are you?
I'm going to use my feminine prerogative and not tell my age.
Okay. So, no? You won't tell it?
45. I'm 45.
Yeah. How did you become an artist?
I think I became an artist through choosing. Yeah, I studied in Washington D.C. at the corporate, but I think it's because of the lifestyle. I found
women drinking,
all night, drugs, rock and roll. The idea of making a job with pleasure.
Okay. So do you like to shop here?
Yeah, actually, I like Natasha. She's very sweet. She took time to give us this space, and although she is very quiet now, I like her style.
Yeah, it's true, yeah. Where are you from? You're not a New Yorker.
No. I was born in Washington, D.C. and moved to New York, and been living in New York for 25 years.
What's the difference between New York City and Vienna? Because I suppose you like Vienna. Why?
I like Vienna because I like you. And
Especially me.
I like you because you have an edge, and I like cities that have something new to offer me. But I'm also like, you know, a baby, and I get used to like, you know, one thing, so I like New York, I'm used to it. But this is my second time here, and whenever I come here, I enjoy myself, even though I find it difficult because I don't speak the language.
So, what starts you on?
What's he talking about? That's not a question.
I'm reading your questions.
I know. What starts me up?
So let's get serious.
Okay, what starts me up?
What gets you excited? I mean, it's the same, huh?
Yeah, it's a great question. And what gets me excited is material, smart people, risk, and the idea that today may be over, but if I can leave something behind, it's cool.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And the last question is, it's a very important question because the owner of the Day Cream is also here in